Let's take a look at the fastest way to get through this SAT writing and language question. We can see here that we're going to be working with our grammar, standard English conventions, and I see different forms of my verbs. It's looking at tense. It's also looking at verb agreement, being singular or plural. So the first thing we want to do is we want to identify our subject. And we have many photographers coming into play here. And I need to recognize that photographers is coming in as a plural subject. So the first thing I want to do is take a look at my singular versus plural with my verbs. Distorts is singular, was distorting is singular, has distorted is singular, and distort is plural. While they might be trying to trap me or get me to do more work than I need to by putting in the tense, I only have one that is plural to align with my plural subject. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we can do in terms of helping to identify whether or not a verb is singular or plural. One of the things that I highly recommend is to put a simple pronoun in front of each verb. And what I mean by that is we can test with he versus they. So if I'm looking to test answer choice A and I have the word distorts, would I say he distorts or they distorts? I would say he distorts. I would say they distort without the S on it. Let's take a look at B. He was distorting, they was distorting. B is also singular because again, it's going to align with that he. I would have to say they were distorting. Let's look at C. He has distorted, they has distorted. That is again another great way to see that it is indeed singular. I would have to say they have distorted. And then I can see they does go with distort. And that's going to align with my photographers. One of the other things I want to point out here is we need to recognize that while we have different tense happening, this is also considered an outlier answer choice, meaning it's the only one that's plural when everything else is singular. An insider secret, almost every single time on the SAT grammar, when there's an outlier like this, could be in punctuation as well too, it is almost always going to be the right answer because we have a quick way to determine that nothing else matches. So if you see that outlier, check it first. If it works, you can definitely rest assured you've pinpointed that right answer. And again, with your verbs, remember to check with your simple pronouns, and that's going to help you identify your singular versus plural.